Yo, what is up? I'm back, guys. Thank you very much for all the kind words. I want to say a few things right out of the gate here. Family stuff's good. The first couple of weeks are rough. The first 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of it was very good. Everything's all good. It had nothing to do with me. It's just some family members I'm trying to help and money situation with them. Blah, blah, blah. We don't need to hear about it, right? I have not gone anywhere. I haven't sold anything. If anything, I have added to my position. We'll touch on that in a few momentos. So I miss doing these, you guys. I was going to get another laptop while I was over there. I forgot my whole physical computer bag, charger and all. The last month I've been using this biggest piece of shit charger from a damn gas station. I was too lazy and whatever to order one from Amazon. I don't even know if they delivered out there. Way across the mountains, blah, blah, blah. So you guys, all that is handled. I am back. I'm going to do at least the nightly video like I did the previous 7 months to this. Thank you all that messaged me. Thank you all for the concerns. A lot of you guys, the one thing I didn't really realize, and I don't want to say took advantage of, first of all, you guys know what this channel is. I'm not going to be charting. I'm only going to be sharing stuff. I'm not trying to steal anybody's info. I'm trying to share stuff that is not, talked about a lot. I just like being part of this. Most of you guys know that. I think that's what you enjoy about me, right? I never once take any credit for anything. I have the patience of a church mouse to try to dig into DD and, go through all these filings and this and that and the other thing. Most of us do, right? We get our outlets from wherever the hell we get them from. But the one thing I did realize is a lot of people, I don't want to say counted on me. Maybe that sounds too, whatever, but enjoyed my cool head of things. And I felt that I disappointed a lot of people by just not being there. Because I tell you what a time for me not to be gone, right? I think we left, we were at $41, $42, whatever the hell we were. Now we're basically been under 30 for, let's just call it a month, 3.5, whatever. You guys know. Obviously we're watching this stock, right? So I do apologize for that. I don't want to come across as like, hey, I'm somebody and, don't unsubscribe for me. It's part of life, and I'm here for fun. I've made that very clear. I don't try to go out and get a gazillion subscribers. I share it on my Twitter with my, 1,600 followers that I barely know how to do. It's just fun. We all know that. You guys know that about me too. So I do apologize. Thank everyone for every message you sent me, how worried you were and all that. It truly, truly meant a lot. The past couple weeks have been good. Christmas was good. The couple weeks prior to that was a shit show, to say the least. So first of all, you guys, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. I'm not going anywhere. I haven't sold squadouche. I'll touch on that right now. Let's hop into it. I think I basically left, let's just call it 11:22-ish, was it? 11:15. Somewhere in here. Yeah, that's about right. $42, $41 or whatever. The only positions I sold, I had AMC calls for February 18th, 2021, and I sold those at like $38 and some change. They were still up a tiny bit, but they were way the hell up when we were, mid 40s or whatever, and a month back. So I bought those things 4 months ago. I sold those. I had 20 something of those contracts. I sold those, bought April calls on AMC, and then I also bought January and February calls on GameStop. That's the only thing. All my shares are still there. All my GameStop shares are still there. I have calls on AMC for February and April, and then I have calls on GME for January and February, right? I don't think I have any April GMEs. So that's the only thing that's changed. None of my shares are gone. Still fully believe in everything. Touch on a few things too, as far as the whole shit show that has been going on everywhere. It seems to me, and a lot of you guys have been around for a long time, we're a year into this. Let's call it a year. If you got in January, it's a year. We'll round it off to a damn year. We're January in a couple days, right? But the embarrassment, just the attacking of people, especially on Twitter. That's why I don't send out a lot of tweets. I share my video. I barely know how to do that on that goddamn thing. But it's pretty cool for news. Recent news, somebody's going to tweet something out within seconds. You can go check on this guy, blah, blah, blah. It's Twitter, right? But the shit show that was on there was was borderline embarrassing. I mean, a lot of this stuff is criminal damn near, right? I don't want to get into it. It's kind of done and over with. But by now, you guys, everybody knows where to get their information. This price sucks. Okay? It does suck. I'll talk about me real quick. For me to be up where I was at in June, everybody has these stories, right? Everybody. But if we are diamond handing through all of this, if you January apes got in a year ago at, like I did, $16, $17, $18 and watch this thing go down to $5, if you held through that shit show, and then you held through the lulls of April, blah, 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 May, and then the June run up, nobody sold at $70 plus. A lot of you savages got in at $50, $60, $70 even. Now we're trading at $28, $27. This sucks, right? We are not selling now. We didn't sell 2 months ago, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, a year ago. Nobody's selling shit, right? The other thing real quick too, before we touch on just a few things here this evening that's driving me up the wall, and a few good pieces of information as well, is nobody's coming to help us. I've sat here, you guys know me that have listened to me. I've been the biggest fan of Gary Gensler. I always tried to look at, okay, this guy, sure, is he working? Yeah. That SEC is so understaffed. They do this. We're talking about conversations that have nothing to do with something. The next thing we're talking about a GameStop report, and then nothing after it. Nobody. You guys, nobody. DTCC, SEC, your mom, your neighbor, your grandmother, your sister, no one's coming to help us. This is a buy, hold, right, until either margin calls happen. These FTDs, we'll touch on that briefly, between GameStop and AMC are monstrous. The short interest numbers coming out, but we can't believe nothing. You guys, I'm the hugest fan of Ortex, their data. You haven't seen me pull up an Ortex page. I don't even have my subscription anymore. I think I canceled 2 months ago. I don't care about it. I don't believe any of it. None of it. And I've completely flipped that thought the last month, because we're just sitting. These stocks are so manipulated, even to the biggest dummy like myself, that I've come to the realization that we're here and we need to hold these stocks, whether they dip to $18 in 2 weeks. We're not selling. Any of you guys. You guys at $17 are not selling. You guys at $52, $62, whenever the last 12 months you got in, we are holding this stock. End of frickin' story. Okay? On to the FTDs and the shorting of this stock. Let's call it the last month. They have spent a gazillion dollars, not only shorting AMC and GameStop, but the sector in this, all of these ETFs. Last week, what was it, Thursday? I think there's only 1 or 2 left. I haven't checked the threshold list. The goddamn ETFs were on the threshold list that contain GameStop, which never happens. Those ETFs just sit there, right? So between this price action here, we'll call it 30 days, roughly 45 days or whatever. We all know 40, 41 bucks there. GameStop was at $255, I think was the highest. We're down $100 drop. That costs a lot of money to do so. In my opinion, no dates. I think we are ending some sort of end game. I'm not calling it for price action. I don't know. We have key dates coming up in January, as we did last year, that triggered the whole GameStop thing. And then AMC is going to follow along with that. There's a lot going on. There's a reason this price is at these points on both of these stocks, right? We have not seen this. You guys, this costs a lot of money to do this and maintain this, right? So you don't need me to tell you we're not selling it. If we didn't sell at 72 bucks, 50, 40, we most certainly aren't selling at 27, or most certainly not selling on a fire sale on GameStop at $150. It's not happening. You can't convince me of it. Nothing else has changed. No one's coming to get us, boys and girls. It's up to us to hold these goddamn stocks. Period. End of story. Just my opinion. Look at this. Bearish, bearish, bearish. That's how you really know to hold the stock. What's AMC say? Oh, short-term bullish. Okay, good. What are they predicting? It's going to go up $1.82 by Friday? Yeah, screw yourself. And then there's part of the embarrassment, too. This guy, we touched on him when he first opened his mouth, but this guy, this whole conflict of interest, this is a couple weeks old, I know, and she's firing shots at Cat Striker. I tell you what, if Cat Striker is not going to be intimidated by Citadel, basically the government mob, whatever you want to call them, she's not going to be scared of this little fella here. But some of the stuff this guy's saying is, do you think, you can pick like your Charles Payne's, they're going to say, okay, you be in charge of the apes, rah, rah, rah. You fire up everybody on there, on the news media. I'm talking about the news media. But this is way out of hand, this dude. I mean, Jesus, is he still going? I haven't even checked on him. I don't give a rat's ass, right? Okay, let's get on to some good stuff here. This whole thing, this has been the news of the day. We got our boy over here, Trey, on a phone call confirming with TD Ameritrade about this 40% short interest on AMC. I don't know. How many glitches, how many shit have we looked at the last year? All these numbers are just insanity. It's probably the right type of number somewhere in there, but I don't know if we know this is a glitch. TD Ameritrade did confirm it, but you got to understand the guy's looking at a computer screen, so we're most certainly could have find out. Could it be there? Yes. Are they going to report it? I don't think so. We're going to certainly find out, right? But the shorting that has gone on that we just touched about between this shit show and this shit show, yeah. Hello Christmas, right? Trey's, I'll put that little video in there. He made it a couple hours ago, but it's only a minute long. He recorded the phone call with TD Ameritrade confirming the 40% short interest on AMC, right? Threshold list, we touched on that. Yeah, it's so weird that those ETFs are on there, the three that were containing GameStop right after the $100 frickin' price drop. 250 dive down to 147, 146 and some change. I think we hit earlier in the week, Monday maybe. Still monstrous. The one thing too, you guys, with these options here, this is a major thing in the whole run up last year with GME. The SEC confirmed it was a gamma squeeze. It was not a short squeeze. Call it whatever you want. The stock went up to $20 to $500. Okay, let's just call it that. And a lot of that, and a massive amount, as most of you guys know, was caused by the options chain. This is a huge trigger for both of these stocks. I'm talking AMC and GameStop. These lottery tickets, I get it. They're fun. The payout potential, if you put them into, the options calculator, if this stock hits this and it, volatility hits this, it's going to go up to this. I get that. I've been in those. I've done them. They're great, right? But this whole thing right here, 197,000 out of the money, and 8,400 in the money. Down here, January, the big one. Over here, look at this. There's a 500,000 out of the money. I get it. Price action. Maybe they're a little bit out of the money, whatever you want to call it. But these need to, if you're playing weeklies on any of these stocks, you might as well seriously, if you buy them on a Monday, a Friday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, you might as well just take out $100 bill or $1,000 or $300, whatever you're going to spend, and grab a Bic lighter and just light your money on fire. Because this side of things is going to go anywhere. I'm not telling anybody what to do with their money or how to play options. If you don't know how to play options, don't play them. Especially weeklies, gambling and looking at this and, I can spend $30. Oh shit, screw it. I'll buy 15 contracts at 13. Next thing you know, you got 15 times $33 and you have better luck finding Jimmy Hoffa than you do those things printing any more money, right? Most of us know that. But the one thing that's going to do this is loading this options chain. These stocks are driven by this activity here. And by this stuff here, these guys are just swallowing and it's been this way for months and months and months. I get it. A lot of stocks are like this. This does this. But options, in my opinion, is probably right now the number one thing that is going to trigger some sort of squeeze, some sort of major price action. They have too much control of this right now. And I don't want to say bringing it down to under $30 and all that stuff, because it does cost money. I think there's truly a reason why they're doing that. You know, I'm sure they don't want this thing and to take a big hit at the end of the year, even though we got 2 more days left in it. Why not start fresh next month and take a massive whack on these positions, your short positions in the beginning of the year rather than later in the year? So much to it. We don't really know, but this needs to seriously change, you guys. If anybody is out there doing that, message me. Go find YouTube videos. There's a ton of great ones that show you how to trade options, but my God, this is lighting money on absolute fire, and it's just feeding the enemy with free money. And they know it. They know how to do it. Remember, these guys are not stupid, right? Double A, I think we kind of thought this all along, haven't we? All year long. Remember on the stupid ass Robinhood app, it was #1 on there forever. But long story short, some 30 million more times than any other stock symbol, AMC was searched. Listed on New York Stock Exchange, right? The AMC ticker symbol. 195 million times. That's a monstrous amount. Yeah, I can buy that, believe that. That is outstanding. And obviously this thing's been in the limelight of things, right? And then the news of the last couple of days. Anybody notice this little white circle up here in the corner? But anyway, long story short, nft.gamestop.com. We are still waiting on either GameStop or Mr. Ryan Cohen, the mad genius, the silent mad genius. His last tweet, December 27th, where he is taking a dump in the metaverse. Then he's got a poop on the 17th. Then he's got a sugar daddy, right? So we're waiting for some sort of announcement from GameStop, but this is beyond monstrous. I noticed the Adam Aaron tweet a couple days ago about that. I don't think AMC and GameStop are going to do anything. This NFT is GameStop's, and this is a we don't know the details of what it's all going to contain, but this is a huge deal. Ryan Cohen is a genius. If he's the first to establish this type of NFT marketplace, I mean, holy cannolis, right? So that's good news. Obviously, we're waiting for that. I'm sure the second something comes out, it'll be blasted from here to kingdom come, right? But if you click that little white circle, you guys, you can play a fancy little game over here. Look at this. Press space to start. Sure I will. Look at this. This is high tech here, you guys, at its finest. Okay, enough of that. So that's outstanding. Okay, guys, we went a little bit long, just talked about nonsense and stuff, letting you know about the last month, where I've been, where my head's been. Not selling nothing. Nobody's coming to get us. Be smart with options. Hold the line. And if you got to go take a bong hit or smoke a little bit of weed, whatever cools you down, I know this sucks. The price sucks. The shorting sucks. Waking up every day to the same thing sucks. I know you guys. Trust me. I've been watching it, when this thing was $5, $6, $7. That was boring going. And you were just hoping, my God, if we could get up to $12 or 15. I remember back then looking at those options, those little lottery tickets, speaking of those $20. That was so far out of the money. That was like looking at a, $100 strike right now. So I've been there, done that. Most of you guys have. You $50, $60, $70 apes too. I know you're probably stroking out. All of us are. This is shitty. But remember, nothing's changed, right? Okay, guys, love you all. Thank you again for every single thing. And we'll fire one off tomorrow. All right, later.